Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is a Monday, so we're going to be doing the Monday Live, and of course it is the first day of May, and we have a colorathon coming up in 5 days now. So starting next Saturday will be our Mystical Lands in May colorathon. So fun! Okay. Do not mind any noise. The neighbor decided to mow his lawn just as soon as I started to get ready for stream. So, oh, that's better. I do not know why it did not turn over. So hello Celine, hello Tuco, hello Emily, hello Dawn, hello Trippy, hello Devissa, hello Brooke, hello Alex, hello Yana. Make sure I didn't miss anyone. Hello, Gia. Hello, all the lurkers out there. So as you can see, I did not get a whole lot done. I did not get the leaves done. I did do a little bit of grass and a little bit on the flowers in the windows. But that was about it. Oh, and the chimney. Love you too, bud. No, you guys don't want to see what I'm coloring? Come on. And this is The Mystical Lands of Uchana. This is her very first book. So it has this on the picture. The Mystical Lands series is all of her books. She has different places. So she has Uchana, Calandra, Kelswitch, and the Christmas world as well. Yeah, why would you want to watch me? Like, really? Oh dear. Another headache? I'm really sorry, Dawn. Headaches suck. All right, so of course we are still using the Saison colored pencils. If you want a link to the Saison, just hit !! Saison, and that will take you to Amazon, give you a link to Amazon where Saison pencils are. Hello, Ambient. Oh, nice. Well, good luck, Brooke. I know you will do fabulously. You will be a perfect. All right. So I've got some clips on my page here so that it doesn't curl, because these pages do curl the more color you add to them. So yeah, I've got something there so it stops curling on me. I have not tried with a colorless blender marker. I did use white, the Caran d'Ache, and the Derwent, and I did find that the Derwents do work better with them. I did not, however, use a colorless blender, so let's give that a shot for a second. All right. So I'm going to move my book out of the way here because I don't want to. Oh, let's use a green. Just because. So I'm going to use number 58. I'm looking at the wrong chart. 58 is Jade. So it's a bright green. Now when you're going to use a colorless blender, you want to see A, if they're going to move and fill up that white spot, as well as B, if they're going to fade the color. So I'm going to put a couple of layers down. These are also open stock, just so you know. You can buy a few different colors open stock. However, they do have 6 to a pack. So you really have to enjoy that color. Okay, so that's got quite a bit of white spots still in it. Now we're going to take our colorless blender. Hello, Shannon. Arc, maybe. Hello, Angela. And then we're going to start down here where it's the lightest and move our way up. And it does move, and it does cover up. So it works quite well with the colorless blender. It does fade it out a little bit though. So it breaks down the pigment a little bit and fades it out. Hello, Tanya. All right, so yes, it does work with a colorless blender for those that asked. Hello, Blue. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, absolutely. They are a really good price point, and with the 120 colors, it works really nicely. They do have a really good selection of color. And like I said, they are open stock, so you can purchase packs of 6 of different colors in case you end up using up a color. Okay, switch it over to the close-up camera, and we're going to work down here on the fallen leaf here, as well as the acorns. So I need sunflower yellow. Oh, you're gonna play with some ribbons. Nice. Yeah, it does have a really good set of colors in it. I'm gonna brighten that up just a touch. I'm not sure why it's so... Why it's so dark. There you go. Alright, so we're just gonna base it with the sunflower yellow. I'm using a really, really light hand, not putting down a heavy layer. And it is the Saison, is the name of the pencils. If you type in !Saison, which is Cezanna, Saison, it will give you the link to them on Amazon. All right, now we're going to go in with a little bit of vermilion, which is number 3. number 3, which is vermilion. All right. Am I missing number 3? There it is. Nope, I just didn't have it. All right, now we're going to use a bit of vermilion. The color names are actually on a swatch chart that I got from Jerry's Artorama. The swatch chart on today's video on Monday View, there is a swatch chart below the video. That is my swatch chart, and it does have the names and the numbers on the swatch chart. Well, that's usually where stray cats live, Dawn. They usually live outside until you no longer make them a stray. I don't know why, but it is extremely warm in here. So the video that I released earlier today, it's called Monday View, is a little bit of a refresher of the review that I did on these previously, and the swatch chart is in the description below the video, as well as the links for both Jerry's Artorama and Amazon. So I'm just going through all of the shadowy areas with the vermilion. Well, you know, stray cats, feeding a stray cat isn't a bad thing. You know, unless you have other cats in the house that have issues with having other cats around. Sometimes that can be a problem. But I feed stray cats all the time. I don't even have a cat. My husband's allergic to them, so we don't have a cat. But we do have a stray that comes around looking for food. So, all right, now I'm going to use this one here, which is Scarlet. All right, not a problem at all, Davissa. Yeah, I have the 240 set as well as the 300 set of the Colors Blue. I love them both. They're wonderful. I've still got to finish swatching all the pencils I got for my birthday. I will be doing a birthday haul video at some point soon. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe that's what I will do for Tuesday. Try it Tuesday. I'm going to try to get through all of the books and wonderful things that I was blessed with for my birthday. I was waiting on one thing, but Amazon Tammy gave me a gift card, and I bought a set of pencils with it, so I was waiting for those. I missed that area. I missed this area with the vermilion. Well, I do a light base, and then I start with the dark colors, and then I blend with the lightest color again over top of the dark colors. Sometimes I do light to dark, sometimes I do dark to light, depending upon if I want the dark colors to be muted at all. If I don't want the dark colors to be muted, I don't use the light to blend, I use a blender. Like on skin tones, for example, I go dark to light because I want that lighter color to be toning down the darker colors. It all depends upon what I'm doing. Well, if it doesn't look like it needs to be fed, then it's probably somebody's cat and it's just coming around mooching food. The one that comes around here I know is a stray because the neighbor that used to live next door left him. So I feed him. Left him here when they moved. And the whole neighborhood knows it, so we all look after him. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It does come down to the experience of trial and error. Um, I, I I have no sort of training or anything on how to color or how to use colored pencils or anything else. It's all trial and error. Things I've learned from other people, things I've learned by making mistakes. Alright, now we're going to use the brightest red, which is going to be already out. So we're going to use number 1, which is, I do believe, bright red. And personal preference, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I can't either, Blue. Really, I can't. It's just you've taken on the responsibility of that life, and you know, you should take responsibility for rehoming it, or take it with you and look after it. And I'm just using this bright red in the darkest of areas. Okay, I know my husband turned on the AC. Why does it feel like it's getting hotter in here? I feel like I'm having a hot flash or something. It's not fun. Hello, Marilyn. That's true. That's true. I feed the raccoons. Well, I used to anyway. We don't get too many raccoons around here. I feed the rabbits though. We have wild rabbits here. But the whole neighborhood looks after Tiger, so we all take responsibility for him. He's a good cat. He's mouthy, but he's a good cat. He will come up to you yelling, constant yelling, and then drool all over you. Nice, Blue. That's awesome. Yes, exactly. Yeah, Shannon looks after all the kitties. Well, all the kitties that are nice to her. All right, so I'm going back over with the sunflower yellow. And I don't know why I decided that this was going to be a autumn leaf, but I decided it. Nothing else in the picture feels like autumn but this leaf and the acorns. But that's okay. It's my picture. I'll do it my way. And as you can see with the yellow, it's pulling some of that red and orange into the yellow, which is giving it that nice crispy leaf feel. That autumn leaf feel. And because these are a wax-based pencil, you can use a little bit more pressure on it and use the pencil itself to blend. They are a really nice soft pencil for that. And with the fact that they are bonded up the barrel, there isn't a lot of breakage, so. Which is good. grab my brush if I can find it. I don't know where my brush is. I have no idea where my brush is. Alright, I'll use this one. I'll use my big one, since I don't know where my little one is. Alright, now we're going to do the acorns. So we need a light brown. I think raw sienna. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that either, ambient. Yeah. Sorry, reading back. Thank you, ambient. I'm quite sure it was a whole turkey at some point. Yeah. I used to take in all the strays, but with Bob's allergies, we just can't get him sick, so no more strays. Alright, so we're going to start with raw sienna. Yeah, Luna doesn't like other cats, so. And we're going to go down here. And we're going to color the acorns. And then we're going to jump to the other side of the page and color the big mushroom. Just because I don't want to hover on one area too long. That's awesome, Blue. That's awesome. I like that. Alright, and then we're going to use number 86, which is here somewhere. Tree bark. Absolutely, Dawn. Go to bed and have a good sleep. Hopefully your headache goes away and you feel better soon. Hello, Jamie. Oh no, is he okay? Oh, Jamie, I hope he's all right. Well, obviously he is. You picked him up, but, you know, I hope everybody's all right. And it wasn't his fault. Hello, Bonnie. If I missed you, I'm sorry. And hello, Bob. Bonnie and Bob. Oh, that's good. Oh, no. I'm sorry to hear that. T-boned is not fun. Alright, so we're going to go over that brown a little bit. And we're just going to take a bit of a darker brown. So this one here is number 120, which is... Oh, my eyes are not working today. No, it's number 20, sorry, which is English red. The 0 has rubbed off of my pencil a little bit, so it looked like a 1. And I'm just gently putting in a really thin layer into the light area there. And then I'm going to take our light color and just blend it in. I'm glad he's okay. Nice! Oh no. Then we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to bring that shadow out a little bit. Gently go over the light area. And then use our light color to blend it all together. Thank you. And then gently over top of the light. And then take the light and blend it all together. Now we're going to take our medium color, I think. Yeah, we're going to take tree bark and we're going to go over the cap. I am not going to do individual lines for the texture of the cap because that would take forever. Well, I hope you're okay too. I know that as a mom, that is very, very stressful. So I hope you're all right as well. You gotta be stressing out a little. Now we're going to take some Van Dyke Brown. All right, so number 85, which is Van Dyke Brown. We are going to go through and do a little bit of texturing here, not a whole lot. Doing more shadowing than texturing at this point. Same with this one here, putting in that shadow. Yeah, absolutely make sure he gets to a doctor and gets checked out, because sometimes you may not think you're hurt, but you've got soft tissue damage, and sometimes you can just have the slightest bit of soft tissue damage in your spine and end up having some major issues later. Alright, so now we're going back to number 20, which is English Red. Coming off of that shadow with it. And then this one here, I think. Yeah. And just filling it in. Leaving some of that white spot for the texture. So I'm not putting a lot of texture in with pencil, but I'm leaving the texture of the page to give it that texture of up and down. All right. Luckily, I have not had that situation, so uh, yeah, my son hasn't wrecked his car at any point yet, so thankfully I will knock on wood and call it good because I don't want that to happen. All right, so now we're going to do this mushroom and then we're going to do the big mushroom. These two mushrooms I'll do the same. So we're going to start with number 53, which is denim. Okay, so with doing the mushrooms, I'm going to start with the darkest areas first, and I'm going to do that in blue. Now when I go over this with red, it will give a nice shadow. And we will probably come back over top of it again just to make sure that shadow stays nice and dark. Okay, and then we're going to take bright red. Nice. Thank you, Ambient. I appreciate that. Wouldn't say I'm a master, but I am embracing the white. It took me a long time to learn to embrace the white, believe me. Now I'm just going over this with a light layer because we're going to be adding colors to it. The next one we're going to use is number 5, which is rose red. I'm using this in the dark areas on top of that blue. And extending it out. Sharpen this a bit. Nice. Oh. Yeah, I keep on looking at getting some masking fluid for certain things, but especially when I'm doing large ink areas, like background ink areas, I want to use some masking fluid to cover areas that I don't want the ink to be. Now I'm going to go back over it with that bright red. Not worried about getting any sort of color on the white spots because I'm going to go over them with a white pen. But I am going to take some black and fill in the shadow areas. Like so. Alright, now we're going to do the under area. And we're going to do that in the browns. Thank you, Shannon. I appreciate that knowledge. Kohinoors don't like snot paper. Is that what you're telling me? Alright. Yeah, I saw it in a pen and it was like, oh, that is cool. Ah, okay. Good thing to know, Shannon. You stomp your feet and huff, my dear. It should like snot paper. I don't know what the problem is. On to the Holbeins. Let me know how they work out. Now I'm using number 19, which is raw umber. Try not to go over the grass. Now this is one of those situations where I want the light to wash out the dark. So I'm using quite a heavy hand here and I'm putting that dark down first before I put anything else on the page. And then we're going to take our, let's see, which one do we want to use? We're going to take our London Fog, which is number 108. And we're going to blend that in. Now the London fog is a warm gray, so it gives it that little bit of brown undertone, which allows you to blend that darker brown into it. And then you just extend it out a little bit so that that gray has something to blend into. You just take your gray and blend it right into it. And there you have it. And that's how we do a mushroom. Well, that's how I do a mushroom. I don't know if anybody else does it that way, but that's how I do it. And again, just blending, layering and blending, building those colors up. Getting rid of any harsh areas. So where these lines are a little bit showing, just lightening my hand and bringing that brown into the gray. And then taking the gray and blending it in. There you have it. If I was to color my mushroom with a bright undercolor, I wouldn't use a gray for an undertone. For example, this mushroom here, I'm going to be coloring that with brighter colors. What I would use to darken and that sort of thing is a darker level of that color. For example, if I was to use pink on this, I would use red in the shadow areas and go over it with a light pink. Yes, I did know that, Jamie. It is startling when the airbag goes off. And that is absolutely for sure there, Jamie. Oh no, they're sticky on the paper? That must be that mixture of the wax and the oil. A little bit of synthetic oil in there. Yes, because I was using a gray with a brown undertone, a warm gray, it worked really well to blend those together and give it that gray-brown look. If I'm doing a brighter color, I'll use a color that works well to shadow that brighter color and keep that color true. Okay, so what do we want to do with the little mushroom here? So we want this side here to be brighter because the moon's hitting it. So I'm actually going to add a little bit of that light yellow to this area so that when I go over it, it will let me know that the moon is hitting that area. I'm going to do the same thing with the windows. I'm going to put that yellow glow around them. Yes, it could be the mucus paper, yes. And down here. And we're just getting all those lights put in. There's a little bit of light coming off of that window there. There's a lot of windows on this mushroom. Just saying. All right. Now for our shadow areas. Hello, Christina. Hello, Alicia. You're fine, dear. All right, so what color should we do this little mushroom here? Should we just do it a natural red mushroom, or should we go all out and do it a pretty color mushroom? Yes. Kirby books can handle that, yes. Yes, lots of tiny people live in there, Callie. And hello, sorry if I missed you coming in. Red, 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 red. Okay. No, no, we're not going to do a rainbow mushroom on this one. Red glitter. Okay. Well, let's color it first, and then we'll put the glitter on, because I'm not putting glitter on it until well after. Yes, stay home. Stay home. Yes, I know you want a rainbow, but you're not getting one. All right, so we need our blue first. And this one will show you a little bit better what that blue is going to do for you. It's the pink nails. It's the pink nails doing it. Get it off. Get it off now. Don't worry, I will be doing a rainbow mushroom at some point during the color-a-thon. Just not this one. Hello, Louise. So I'm going to do these pretty much the same way that I did the other mushroom. But we're going to be adding some orange. To give it a little bit more of a glow to the red. We won't talk about how many sets of pencils we have. All right. Almost done with the shadowy areas. Well, the Starjoy Golds, you can just put those ones away. Yes, the 40 luminance are expensive. Oh, you're a brat. With the ones that I got for my birthday. Now, is this just colored pencils or... No, it actually takes up two, but... Is this just colored pencils or does that include watercolor pencils, pastel pencil, like pastel, chalky pastel pencils, that sort of thing? She is a brat, yes. Come on, Tanya. Does this include all of them or just the colored pencils? Nice. Anything I color with counts. Okay. That's true. Unfortunately, she can also ask me the same thing. So all the pencils. Let's see. approximately 150 sets, if we're counting all of the different pencils. Yeah, so yeah, I have with all of the pencils, including watercolor and chalk pastel type pencils, that sort of thing, I have approximately 150 sets. Well, kind of in one room, yes. He's ignoring that number. Does he want the actual number of pencils? All right, so I'm going through with the bright red now. Yeah, we won't go there. Celine, stop. You're giving them ammunition. You're giving them ideas. Yeah, even my mom called me a hoarder, so it's all right. What? I only have 3 6-foot shelves that have pencils on them. Well, 8-foot shelves, I guess. Um, it just says post. Exactly. I'm a collector. I'm not a hoarder. I'm not a hoarder. I'll tell myself that forever. Exactly. Oh dear. Tanya, what are you doing? Tanya, have you gotten into the sugar or something? So now we're going in with number 78, which is bright citrus. Yes, I am a collector. That's cute, Bob. Now that's just pencils. We're not going to talk about paint and markers and things like that. because I don't have as many of those things. Yeah, yeah, nothing, just sitting here minding your own business. And I am a... Never mind. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. She is having a sassy curiosity today, isn't she? It must be because Jen's not here. Absolutely. Both of them. I moved my oldest son into the larger bedroom, so because he's going to be, of course, moving out first, so that when he moves out, I can have a larger room for my craft room. Yeah, and that's only got 2 sets in it. That's only got my Arteza and my Cali arts in it. Where's my bright red? There it is. Yeah, exactly. I don't have a huge ink pad collection. I just have 40. And they're the small ones. We all have collections. I just have a thing about colored pencils. I want them all. If it comes in a pencil form, I must have it. And that's one of the reasons why I'm doing the no buy this year. Because I was finding that even though I really, really want them all, I wanted to see how long it would be before the urge for a new set overtook me. Now, to be fair, there is always a lot of holidays. So, and I have a husband who spoils me rotten. So, it's not hard for me to do a no buy. Just so you all know, it's not difficult for me to do a no buy. Moving out. Not going to kick him out, but he will be moving out. He has a plan at some point. So he says anyway. So I'm using bright citrus here. And then bright red. Exactly. He has his own room. He has his office that he's built out for his 3D printing. And if he wanted to do that in the garage, he would definitely be welcome to do so. However, he feels that the garage is meant to have the car, so that's where my car is. Hello, Diana. Diane, sorry. No, the oldest is hopefully going to get married and move out. Within the next year or so. And I do use them all. I'm just saying, you know, very few of my pencils don't get some love. There are some that I put away because they're not made anymore. All right, so I'm just going over the red, the orange with the bright red. So there's going to be a mixture of bright orange and bright red. Yep. Yeah, no, Bob is a firm believer that the garage is for the car. You know, we do have stuff in there as well, but my car takes up most of the room in the garage. And, you know, the garage is big enough for my car, so why not use it for what it was meant for? Alright, now I'm going to take the lightest yellow. I hope this is the lightest. No, it's not. This one is. So we're going to take the cream. Yes, exactly. If it was warm enough to do that. Yep, absolutely. Oh, I know. I like my pencils, so. And other than one set, which I did not keep on purpose, I actually wanted to return them. And they said, no, no, keep them, and refunded me my money. The only ones that are in my collection are ones that I use. Actually, there's a couple of different ones that they said, no, no, keep them. And they're in a collection of their own to be used when I do get my craft room for a desktop. Or an insert for the desktop. One or the other. Whichever we can use some resin and put together. So I'm using cream and I'm blending all those colors together and smoothing out there we have it. Yeah, I'm going to, this desk has a panel that is got leather on it, which is really hard to color on. So I'm going to be taking that apart and doing an insert with my colored pencils on it. Now I'm going to do the under part here. This is number 86. Thank you, Trippy. I appreciate that. Shannon, how are those Holbeins doing? Yes, this is a glass mat on the desk that I use. Yep. Yeah, it's one of the Tim Holtz glass mats. I like it because I can use it for my palette, you know, if I'm using a watercolor, as well as it's a nice smooth surface to color on, and it's a nice hard surface, so it's not going to, they doing? Okay. So that it's not going to, if I press hard, put a dent in the page. Thank you. Good night, Alex. Have a great night. Alright, so just putting in the shadows under all of the little layers. Now we've got a door there that has a light coming off of its window. So we're just going to put in a little bit of light here as well. Okay, like so. Let's do these window frames here. And the shutters. And we're going to take this lighter brown. Yeah, exactly, Louise. Yeah. I like putting the ink on the glass and picking it up with a brush, or I've done a couple where I've put the ink on the glass, sprayed it down with water, and then just put the paper right over top of it and picked up the ink that way. That was fun. All right, now we're going to do the ribs in there. So we're going to use number 19, which is raw umber. I'm going to sharpen it. There's always a save for later. And it does not hurt to research and look and shop. Sometimes shop therapy is just as much fun as, and collecting is just as much fun as learning. And every pencil works differently depending upon the paper. So you can get used to coloring with one set of colored pencils on one type of paper and then go to use it on a different type of paper and find that it doesn't do what you want it to do, and it's a very frustrating turn of events when you're used to only one set of pencils. So just remember that when you're saying I don't need or want more than one set of pencils or two sets of pencils. Because depending upon the paper, if you're just going to color in the coloring books, most coloring books have different paper. If you're just going to print on your own paper, then more than likely you can live life with only one set of pencils. Yeah. Etsy will get you every time. All right. Okay, so now we're going to use the lighter brown, which is number 86, which is tree bark. Yep. That is very, very true, Tanya. Sometimes an artist can be there one day and gone the next. Or a shop. I find that with my Asian books, sometimes the Etsy shops just completely disappear. The books are still available, but that shop in itself is gone. Alright, so I'm doing a very, very light hand with the bark brown here. Leaving that yellow. I'm going to be coming back through with the yellow and brightening that up. And then I'm going to be coming through with that gray, that brown gray. And lightening that brown up even more. Alright, so we're going to brighten up the yellow first from the window, just so we know where it is. Hello, Catherine. All right, so now I'm going to use that gray. Now this is a warm gray, and it is called London Fog. It's number 108. And I am using it to blend and lighten up the mushroom colors. Just the same as I did on the other mushroom. Now I've used a different brown on this mushroom because it is a little bit larger, and I wanted it to have a little bit more of a warm feel. Like so. All right, now let's do this part here. So we're going to take our black. Make sure I've got the black here. Yeah. Number 33. Nice. Yeah, exactly. Buy what you like. Buy what you enjoy and what you find enjoyable to color. I do not I don't say you can't color that, you can't color this. You color what you find enjoyable to color. That's the biggest thing, is if you enjoy coloring it, color it. All right, now we're going to take Storm Cloud, which I think is this one. Yeah, I'm going to sharpen it. I will have to peek when I'm done stream, because Catherine has, I think, a larger collection than I do. Just saying. I'm gonna throw Catherine under the bus now. They all threw me under the bus, Catherine, so it's your turn. Oh, nice! Oh, now I definitely have to peek. Yeah, exactly. Just enjoy what you're doing. If you enjoy coloring it, color it. Hey, come on, guys. You threw me under the bus, so. Yes, I use 99% of my 99% of what I have does get used. And the other 1% that doesn't get used did get used until it was no longer available. So it's not like I bought them and never used them. They're actually some of my favorite sets. So they did get used. They're just put away because I don't want to use them up. And I do use them every once in a while. They are in the cauldron. So if they do get pulled, I will use them. Yeah, Mariola has some gorgeous flowers. No, ma'am, we didn't do nothing. Yeah, uh-huh. Exactly, Louise, exactly. In the end, the only one that really has to care about what it looks like is you. Um, 9 times out of 10, you are going to think your picture is worse than it is just because we are our worst critics. However, if you enjoyed coloring the page, more than likely it is a lot prettier than you think it is. I have to remember that, I am my worst critic, and, even though something I think looks horrible and I should just tear it up and restart, I know that other people don't believe so. Yeah, Shannon, you're going to need to send me a link to that one. I did try to look at it and I couldn't find it. Same with Lori Green. I did find Lori Green, and I think I lost all of her stuff. I had a computer crash, and the disc that I saved all of, or not the disc, the thumb drive that I backed up all my coloring books to, all my PDFs, decided to get corrupted. So I lost quite a few PDFs. So I'll have to put them on the list for next year. And I think that that was one of the ones that I lost forever. All right, just mucking around here. It didn't look like it was dark enough. Yeah, I put all my books in an app, and I have a few more than that. It is. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. But what are you going to do about it, right? There's not a whole lot we can do about it. We can just cry our tears and move on. Yeah, I can't even do that. You're ahead of me there, Tanya. You are ahead of me, darling. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Shannon. uh, and as long as the hair can be kinky, not curly. Yeah, we won't go there with PDFs. So I'm using number 53, which is denim blue. And we're going to start on the sky here. And I'm going to build the color. So I'm going to start with the blue down here. I'm just going to cover everything with the blue first of all. Now, because of the way that Karen has done the sky, it actually gives you a better ability to blend different colors together to get a dark sky. Yes, I have an app that I scan my books into so that I can keep track of them, and so that, if I don't know what to color, I have some way of going, okay, I'm going to color this because it has a randomizer on it, which is kind of cool. And of course, all Amy's fault. Just saying. Oh, and I'm off screen. So I'm just coating the entire skyline here with the blue. And it's just a very light layer of denim blue. It's called Buddy Color, and you can find it on the I do believe on the iPad apps as well as the Google apps. It's called Buddy Color. Now, it is a database app, so there are some books that because it was created in France, there are some books that the barcode for the US books and the barcode for the France books are not the same. So you may have to type in the name of the book to find it. And some books have not been registered into it yet because it is a consumer-based database. So what that means is that the people that work with it, that use it, are the people that add the different books to it. Nice. Alright, I'm going to zoom this out a little bit so that I'm not constantly moving it up and down or constantly being off screen, so that you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. Hello, Sue! Alright, now we're going to take our deepest purple, which is dioxine purple. Which is number 25. He did say pencils, though. Just saying. So now we're taking the purple, we're going over top of the blue, but not over top of all of the blue. Well, he said it, so. He should not joke about such a serious situation. So I'm pressing a little bit harder now than I did with the blue. And I'm just going to do this side here so that you can see what I'm doing before we have to go. And we will continue this one on Wednesday. We're going to continue this one for this week, and then next week I will be coloring a new page every single stream. So I am going to have a lot of work in progresses. I am going to also try to do everyone else's as well. Now, as long as everybody shows up and everything else, the schedule is quite full. So I haven't had any issues yet. But there are a couple of people that may have to back out, which will be fine. I'm quite sure we'll figure it out at that point. All right, so that is the purple. And now we're going to take our black. Nice. I don't have very many. You are fine, Angela. Absolutely. You can be here and lurk, dear. It's fine. Right, exactly. So, for example, around the moon here, I've got the blue, but I haven't added any of the purple yet. I will add the purple, but however, the first area around the moon is going to still have that blue, and I'm not going to put the black over top of that, making it darker. I hope you feel better, dear. I am sorry that you're not feeling well. So now we're going to add the black. To the darkest areas. Nobody has backed out yet. I said nobody has backed out yet. Good night, Toko. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Hopefully I was able to answer your questions and you were able to, and at least able to be a little helpful. All right, now we're going to go back into the purple. Actually, we're going to go back, yeah, we're going to go back into the purple, no, the blue. The blue first. The blue first. You are fine. Hi, Mom. Nice. So now we're going to work back from the blue all the way into the black. What's a hoodlum? It is a child or a teenager or a individual that causes chaos. And that's the nicest way I can put it. No, you're not a hoodlum. All right, now we're going in with the purple. Just pressing a little bit harder this time. Yes. Yeah. No, those are criminals. If it's the same show I'm thinking of. But I'm old, so probably not. All right, and now the black. sorry. And because I want the sky to be very, very, very smooth, I will be coming through with a blender and blending this all together. Alright, I'm just going to take a little bit more of that purple and drop it down here a little bit further. Blend that into the black. And then blend it into the blue. And there we have it. um, well, that one doesn't bother me. No, they're not watercolor. Alright, I'm going to switch it over to the main camera here. Actually, no, I'm going to blend this first. So I'm going to take my blender, and hopefully this one will work. I don't know where, oh, there it is. Actually, I'll take this one. I do find that the Derwent blender does work better for these pencils than the Caran d'Ache blender. But I'm going to turn the book and I'm going to go the opposite direction that I colored. So because I moved up and down the book, I'm going to go sideways. Yeah, I bought a couple of the mythographic type books and I was not a fan. So I gave them away. Yep. And a lot of artists do have introductions to their work where they will gladly send or post a page for people to try out. So, you know, and that's perfectly fine. And I think that's wonderful that they'll do that. I know that Clara does that a lot. And so does Rita. Karen does in her Facebook group. You know, something that a lot of artists do, which is really cool. Give away things. And just so everybody knows, we have an artist in our midst. And he does post, well, Bonnie posts them for him, some pages that he has drawn on my Discord in the artists gifts. So if you find that you want to try some of somebody in the coloring community's art as he draws it, take a look at Bob's stuff in artist gifts, because he is truly an artist. He does absolutely wonderful drawings. Way better than moi. Well, everybody's way better than moi, I must say. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to switch you back over to the main channel here, the main camera. And as you can see with the sky, I'm going to do the entirety of the sky this way. We take it from our dark blue into a purple blue into black. And we're going to do the whole sky that way. Yeah, I gave away all the mythographic books. I didn't like them. They were not my thing. Well, I'm sorry, Bob, but they're gorgeous, and everybody should know. No, we call him Bonnie's Bob. Not Renee's Bob, Bonnie's Bob. All right, guys. Stop saying it. All right, guys, so I will finish the sky and the leaves on my own. I'll finish up the other mushroom and these little mushrooms here. And then we will be adding some sparkle and doing the grass and the flowers. And then we will be calling this one done. Bonnie's Bob. All right, guys. Thank you all very much for joining me. Of course, always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artists that you enjoy. And of course, always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Until next time, bye bye for now.